So a while back, this major headline exploded across social media. A well-known Catholic politician walked up for communion at Mass, and the priest said no. Just like that, denied the Eucharist in front of everyone. Twitter went wild. Some people were outraged. That's judgmental. Isn't everyone a sinner? Is this even allowed? But others defended it. He's in mortal sin. The church has rules. It's about the soul, not politics. And suddenly, people were asking questions like, what exactly is mortal sin? Is that different from regular sin? And why does the church care so much? So let's talk about it, and let's break it down in simple terms. A lot of people say, well, sin is sin, God doesn't rank them. But that's not actually what the Bible teaches. And it's not what the early church believed either. Even St. John in the New Testament says, there is such a thing as deadly sin. 1 John 5 verse 16. Key word is deadly. That's where the church gets the idea of mortal sin. Sin so serious that it kills the life of grace in your soul. In contrast, venial sin wounds our relationship with God, but doesn't destroy it. Therefore, the church teaches that not all sin is equal. Some sin is like a cut, painful, but you're still alive. Other sin is like a bullet to the heart. Here's where it gets practical. The church says 3 things must be present for a sin to be mortal. 1. Grave matter, something seriously wrong, like murder, adultery, missing Sunday Mass without good reason. 2. Full knowledge, you know it's wrong. 3. Deliberate consent, you freely choose it anyway. But if even one of those is missing, if you didn't fully understand, or you were pressured, then it's not mortal. Still a sin? Yes, still damaging? Absolutely, but not soul-killing. Therefore, God isn't looking for reasons to condemn us. He looks at the heart. He knows what we know and what we don't, and He's just as well as merciful. So what if someone does commit a mortal sin? Here's the truth. Mortal sin cuts us off from the life of God. It's like unplugging a lamp. No matter how beautiful it is, it goes dark. But God never leaves us there. That's why He gave us the sacrament of confession. It's not about shame. It's about healing. Think of it like spiritual CPR. When grace has been lost, confession restores it fully. Therefore, if someone is in mortal sin, the church asks them to go to confession before receiving communion, not to punish them, but to protect the integrity of the Eucharist and their own soul. You might be thinking, this sounds legalistic. Didn't Jesus eat with sinners? Yes, He absolutely did. He welcomed sinners with open arms. But He also told them, go and sin no more. He didn't ignore sin. He called it out. Because love tells the truth, even when it's hard. Therefore, the church's teaching on mortal and venial sin isn't about exclusion. It's about real transformation. God wants to heal the root of our brokenness, not just cover it up. If this sounds overwhelming, don't worry. The church isn't here to condemn you. She's a field hospital for the wounded, and we're all wounded in some way. But if we pretend all sin is the same, if we stop examining our conscience, we might miss the invitation to deeper healing. Therefore, we need to stay alert, not paranoid, not scrupulous, but honest with ourselves. Is my sin drawing me closer to God or pulling me away? At the end of the day, the church teaches about sin not to scare us, but to wake us up. Mortal sin is real, it's dangerous, but God's grace is even more real and way more powerful. No sin is too great for Him to forgive. All we have to do is ask. Therefore, let's not ignore sin. Let's confront it with courage and humility, and then run straight into the arms of a Father who's been waiting to welcome us home. Been away from confession? This might be your sign. Share this video with someone who needs to hear that grace is always within reach. Comment below, what helped you understand the difference between mortal and venial sin?